and the clerk of the city of Trenton, as well as having been posted in the main entrance of the authority, 875 New Willow Street, in accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Green,
Here.
Commissioner Lopez,
Here.
Commissioner Raines. Present, so. He hasn't walked on. Commissioner Staten,
Here.
Commissioner Walker,
Here.
Chairwoman Weldon Gordon.
Here. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call.
Commissioner Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Staten,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Commissioner Weldon Gordon.
Yes. Can I have a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes for the meeting held on December 10th, 2025?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Staten,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Commissioner Weldon Gordon.
Yes. Can I have a motion to approve the 87th annual meeting minutes for the meeting held on December 10th?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Staten,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Commissioner Weldon Gordon.
Yes. At this time, we have a report from the secretary.
In front of you, in front of the commissioners, I placed a memorandum which establishes the settlement that we had with one of our vendors, Trenton. They were providing services to the housing authority. It was discussed amongst our maintenance director, procurement officer, and legal counsel that services were not being performed and we were being overcharged. We were able to identify some services that were drawn from their request of payment, which settled out to $53,154. That settlement agreement is to let you guys know that we have closed that particular account out. And it's just an update to make sure that everybody's privy to the fund that we spent on that. Also, I would like to update the board that our February board meeting will be held February 11th at the Prospect Village property. On the same day at 11:15 a.m. we will be doing the ribbon cutting for our STEM lab. The STEM lab is an effort that we've been putting together to make sure that we upgrade the Prospect Village community room. Previously we had computers in there that was for the Lexia program, reading program. We're going to expand that out to providing STEM services, where we'll be looking at doing some gaming components and also providing courses through Coursera and other opportunities that we can partner with. Also in February 9th, we're looking to establish our all-staff meeting, which will be presenting the agenda for 2026. To bring staff together and set the tone for the agency and what our expectations are. We are also aggressively pursuing grant opportunities for the agency. So for 2026, we've currently submitted the Jobs Plus grant. Hopefully we'll be receiving notice very soon. Hopefully it's a notice of awardance of the grant. So we're also pursuing funding from City Corporation, it's CCRC, and that is in support of an effort for the 1781 Monument Project. That particular project was in support of Algernon Ward. Algernon Ward was working as a war reenactment participant, and the grounds for sculpture and the 1781 project actually we're pursuing doing a figurine, a lifelike figurine of those war reenactors or participants in war reenactment. And we're working with the local corporation to seek funds to help out with that and make sure that we can get the actual figurine done. That would be a part of our choice neighborhoods.
Oh, no. Not allergies.
We're also in partnership with the Pride organization that is supporting our seniors. We're looking at pursuing senior wellness pilot program funding. That pilot program funding is an extension of the services that we were providing to the seniors. If you guys remember a year or two ago that we set a memorandum, we have the Pride group that are at, which building is that?
Josephson.
They're at the Joseph building, and they're providing services there in the format of some like client services, medical assistance. We're going to extend it out with, hopefully when we get these funds, extend it out across all 3 senior properties, giving, some case management assistance. So we've been seeing success with the effort that they're putting in at the senior properties. We're also, right now, we're in the middle of a lot of pre-inspections, so we're taking a proactive approach to our Inspire inspections that we know have coming up. We want to make sure that we're addressing the needs of our properties and our families to make sure that we get adequate scoring on our physical needs inspections. So we're actively pursuing getting those inspections done concurrently. We were just recently approved for a chat for Donnelly Homes. We just received that through the RAD Center. So that chat is, another extension of us completing the process, going through choice neighborhoods. Continuing out through the first quarter, we will be submitting our application for chat for Prospect Village, which takes us another step further in our redevelopment efforts. That is my update.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll start with the resolutions. Oh, I'm sorry.
Madam Chair.
Give me one moment, Commissioner Staton. Is John on or he's not on? Please.
At this point in time, he's having connectivity issues.
All right, so he's absent then. Commissioner Staton?
Just a few questions for the director. To this train settlement, I'm glad that you were able to find what we truly owed and that was settled in a timely manner. Now, the train, will we still be using them? Were they under contract for the year or were they on call service for the elevators?
It don't matter, baby.
Train was providing services for our boiler system.
Oh, boy. Okay.
And the services that we pursued Train under initially was more so just-in-time services. We also went to pursue Train to do preventative maintenance
Okay.
on our systems. We did go into a contract with them for preventative maintenance services, but we haven't been in any kind of relationship with them for services for over a year now,
Okay.
2 years now.
So Mr. Martin and Mr. Leggett were very helpful in bringing that to resolution. As you can see, the original plan was over twice what the final plan. So it was very helpful.
Okay. So are we still using it?
No, we haven't used them for
Oh,
2
you said
years.
for
No.
okay. Okay. That's all I had for that. And I just wanted to just make a comment to your report. Thank you. Very comprehensive and it's all good news.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm looking forward to those 2 things in February, the new location for our meeting and the ribbon cutting.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Madam Chair, I have a question. No, baby. Mr. O'Connor, no, you're good. Can you explain again about chat? They're gonna give us assistance with, our development, right? As far as redeveloping or.
It's not necessarily assistance. Ms. Huff, would you like to explain how the chat process works? It's an application process.
Yeah, so it's an application to convert our properties to RAD. So it's through the RAD Resource Desk, and it's called, the CHAP stands for, I think it's Commitment to Housing Application, yeah, Payments. So we're going for it to, from a public housing standard process to a public housing to a voucher system, similar to what we did with Page Homes. And that's what we're working with a developer also for that, so. To develop the 2 units that are vacant now, they'll be demolished, there'll be a new construction there, plus RAD conversion of Prospect and Fraser Court.
So we applied.
Yes, we applied. We will be applying for it this quarter.
Will be.
Yeah, we did our meetings and everything with the residents, but now we're gonna be submitting the application.
Apparently, Mr. Raines is now on at 12:12.
Resolutions, please.
Resolution 2601 will be presented by Mr. Tibbs.
Right. Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Happy New Year, everyone. Coming back. Good to see everyone for another year here. We'll start with Resolution 2601. This resolution authorizes the approval for disbursements in the amount of $896,208.46 for the month of December, split between the general fund and the capital fund. It is recommended that the Board of Commissioners approve the disbursements for the month of December.
Motion to adopt 26-01.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call.
Commissioner Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Raines,
He's on mute. Commissioner Ranger on mute.
Move on.
Commissioner Stadium,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairwoman Weldon Jordan.
Yes.
Resolution
Madam
20.
Chair, just for my own preference, when the
Record me as a
agenda is
yes.
Yes.
That's the camera. Yeah.
when the agenda is prepared and the resolutions are listed, they should be verbatim. On the agenda, it lists the amount, and on the agenda, it doesn't list the amount, and on the real one, it does. Just for consistency. Thank
Will
you.
do. Duly noted. We'll make
See
that.
how it's missing?
We'll make
I
that.
can't hear it from the computer, I hear it from the phone.
I'll make sure.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Resolution 2602, presented by Mr. Ken Martin.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Resolution
I hear it
2602.
from the computer. Vaguely, but I hear it.
Okay, each year we go out for appliances, the replacement of ranges and refrigerators that we need throughout the housing authority. This year we advertised on November 2nd. We had 8 firms obtained bid packages. Bids were due on November 20th. We had 1 firm submit, that was GE Appliances. For the next 12 months, we are asking for the amount of $120,000, not to exceed
But I
120.
live. My volume go all the way up
We need
to
you
the so.
Commissioner Raines?
He's saying he can't hear us?
Okay. In an amount not to exceed 120,000. Thank you.
Yes, somebody call me? Hello?
John,
Yes.
you are interrupting the meeting because you are speaking out of turn. Continue, Mr. Martin.
I was basically finished with it. We also approved resolution 2602 in the amount not to exceed 120,000 for the next year for the replacement of ranges and refrigerators. Thank you.
Can I have a motion to adopt resolution 26-02?
So moved. Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Raines,
Yes.
Commissioner Stadion,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairwoman Weldon Gordon.
Yes.
The next resolution, 2603, will be presented by Ms. Christie Huff.
Good afternoon.
23 and 03 and 04.
Good afternoon. Resolution 2603 is a resolution of the Housing Authority of the City of Trenton authorizing its executive director to enter an agreement with 7 architects and engineering firms to provide services on an as-needed basis to the Housing Authority for a duration of 1-year period. Every year we go out to bid for A&E services. We typically use the architect that any of the architects that we select. We selected, I think, 4 last year. We only used 1. Unfortunately, he's retiring this year, so we definitely will be exploring other architects. We decided to put all of them under contract as an as-need basis. The contract is up to $300,000 per year. This year, I checked in 2025, we didn't even spend $100,000, so we don't estimate that we're going to spend that much, but we still have it in the resolution for $300,000. And it's for services such as like roofing repairs, to do the specs for them, the elevator, those kind of projects, modernization projects as well. So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Can I have a motion to adopt resolution 26-04?
So moved. Second.
Any questions?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Staton?
Thank you. Ms. Huff, are any of these firms veteran-owned, women-owned, or minority-owned?
H2M had, some of them have MBE and WBE certifications.
Okay.
I don't have the list right here, but yes, some of them have certifications. There's only one local, which is Clark Caton Hintz is the only local one, so that's why we rated him the highest. And let's see who else is it. Out of everyone else, some of them had MBE and WBE certifications, but I don't have that list right here.
So they are on this end.
They had, some of them received points for it, yes. I believe it was like 5 of them received
Some
points.
of them sub out, but they aren't direct owners.
Okay.
I think there's like 4 or 5 that sub.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Can you tell me who's retiring?
Lee, Habitat, me and Lee Mestritz, Habitat, we use Lee for many years here, and he's been really reasonable, really dedicated. He's worked with us on even some of the Trace Neighborhood, the HIP program, and he's done stuff with the roofing projects, elevators. He's basically our go-to for all the architect work. And it's mainly because of his experience, and he's affordable as well. His prices are reasonable, so.
Thank you so much. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Raines,
Yes.
Commissioner Stadion,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairwoman Weldon Gordon.
Yes.
Our next one is resolution
Yep.
2604.
Resolution 2604 is a resolution of the Housing Authority of the City of Trenton to authorize the Executive Director to enter into an agreement with the Brook Group for redevelopment and program management consultant services. We've been using the Brook Group for many years to assist with Hope 6, Choice, Davis Bacon's wage rates. Now we will be using him also with relocation. He's hired staff to help out with relocation. I have a project manager working with me currently, and I'm looking to hire another one because our current project manager is leaving for military duty, active duty. So he's also going to fill in probably some of those responsibilities to assist with the works that we have in our department. We increased the contract to $150,000, even though he only used under $50,000 this year in 2025, just so that we will have the flexibility in case more work arises and we have to do additional sub work. We recommend that the board approves this resolution.
Can I have A motion to adopt resolution 26-03.
So moved.
Second.
I'm sorry, I should have said 04.
Oh, 4. Mhm.
So moved.
Second.
This is something we do.
Can I have a motion?
Yes, we got it. One, two.
Okay. Any questions? Commissioner Staton?
Thank you, Madam Chair. You said that this firm intends to hire local staff, or intends to hire
Yes,
staff, additional staff?
as needed. So right now, he did hire a local person to help with relocation.
He did.
Yes.
Okay, and does this firm have a designation? Is it minority?
It's women.
Is it?
It has a woman-owned designation, yes, not minority.
Thank you, Ms.
Mhm.
That's all I have, Madam Chair.
I have a question, but I'm not quite sure if I can ask this question out in the open.
Okay,
So, I will save it later for the attorney,
okay.
okay?
Mhm.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
So much. Roll call?
Commissioner Green. Commissioner Lopez. Commissioner Raines.
yes,
Commissioner Staton.
Yes.
Commissioner Walker.
Yes.
Chairwoman Gordon.
Yes.
Resolution 2605 will be presented by Mr. Tipp.
Okay, resolution 2605 is authorizing the executive director to renew the membership in the NJPHA Joint Insurance Fund, the JIF. By being members of the JIF, we've been able to reduce some of the insurance costs over the last year, being as part of this group of agencies together. So we're looking to renew our membership with the JIF through the board of directors here to give that approval on 2605.
Can I have a motion to adopt resolution 26-05?
So moved.
Okay. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call?
Commissioner Green.
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez.
Yes.
Commissioner Raines.
yes,
Commissioner Staton.
Yes.
Commissioner Walker.
Yes.
Chairwoman Weldon Gordon.
Yes. At this time, we'll have information education session.
So we have our information and education section. In light of recent events happening throughout our country and in Minneapolis, Minnesota, like out there where you have, unfortunately you have a member that was protesting the Immigration Act and things that are going on with immigration. They were unalived, as they say. The U.S. government has started to pursue changing different policies and charges. So the Department of Homeland Security in November 2025 issued a notice to propose a rulemaking change which rescinded the current 2022 public charge regulation. The proposal does not directly affect the housing authority, but it introduces significant changes that affect non-citizens and mixed status households. Those mixed status households, which are living in assisted living, also affect the housing authority in a fashion where for the first year that someone actually submits in their application, they're not required to have their green card. They are given an allotment of time to actually possess that. This particular change creates uncertainty for our population at home. We have families that live in the Trenton area that have an immigration status that has not been confirmed, which would create additional uncertainty in any families that submitted to the housing authority as an applicant to live in the housing authority. So we may see reductions in those families that are on that list, or you may have families that are currently existing in the housing authority that can potentially skip out, which would cause additional increases in our TARPs. This all matters because there's nearly 428,000 individuals, including 58,000 children that this can potentially affect, where they'll be disenrolled from Medicaid. These issues affect a lot of policies that are going on in this country, so it's something that we all should be aware of, that there may be some strain that's placed on, resident services. There may be some strains that's placed on our programs, whereas participants will decrease. Participation decreases in some of our programs, we lose funding. So it's an issue that I would like for us to be cognizant of, and as we go forward, I want to start a series of information on this. So in our next information series, we'll have an update and a deeper dive in how some of our programs can be potentially affected directly, as well as what's going on throughout the city, because we're in partnership with the county through the COC, and the COC also has expressed concern with this rulemaking and how things are playing out with ICE organizations being dispersed across the country. And they are really pursuing decreasing funding that's going to sanctuary states. And that decrease of funding that goes to sanctuary states can also have other implications. And it may be a situation where we're in crisis management. So as we're looking at moving forward, we want to make sure that we're cognizant of the direct impact and the potential outcome it has on our potential revenue and whatever compliance matrices that we have to address and update. That's my update. Right.
At this time, is there any new business?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up from the committees, just real quick, because I was looking through minutes and I only find one reference to membership. And so in our May meeting minutes, we did talk about who we wanted to place on the committees. But then I looked in December, November, October, September. I didn't see us formally implement those, and so if we need to discuss it at a later time, I just want to at least bring it up to the table now, to make sure that we can officially place these appointments onto the committees. I know the committees are established already, but that's the goal. So were there any plans to do this? If not, I think there may be flexibility to put in a resolution today with or not resolution, a motion, with the contingency that we formalize that motion with a resolution in our next meeting.
Well, it was on my mind today for us to discuss that in executive session.
Okay, so, thank you.
Any other new business? Commissioner State?
I don't have new business, but I want to piggyback on Vice Chair Lopez's comment on the committee. These committees need to get wings. I don't want a whole lot of time going into it. We talked about it all last year. I was hoping that by January we would be up and running with a meeting schedule. So I do hope that this is going into executive session, you say?
That is correct.
I do hope that we can finalize some plans and not just, I appreciate Chair's intent and the Vice Chair, but we really just need to move. We've talked it out as much as we can talk it out. Now we need to get into action and implement these committees, because otherwise it'll be another same old year. I'm not looking forward to that at all.
Neither am I.
Okay, thank you.
Any other new business?
Yes, we need to also finalize our retreat, if we're gonna have one or not. I feel like we left it off, that we were gonna have it, and then the scheduling, it was a conflict with scheduling for all of the board members to make it, so it's the top of the new year. We need to finalize the retreat for the board.
Any other new business? Hearing none, public session.
Start
When
with
you
this.
get to the mic, please state your name and your
Ms. Hickman?
apartment number.
Hickman?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, okay. All right, Ms. Holman? Ms. Holman, ma'am?
Yes,
Ms. Holman, okay.
good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Tawana Holman, 129 Roselle. account number T0139404. I've been living here for 23 years, and as of June of 2025, I've been receiving late statements. On those late statements, it's a $35 charge. Now, again, I've been living here 23 years. This hasn't happened to me. In the past, yes, I raised my children. I did what I had to do. Now I'm a senior, an elder, as they call it. And I'm woke. So, I don't know, y'all woke?
I'm woke.
Okay, I'm woke. Again, for these charges, I have my rent statements, my rent receipts, the dates, the time. Now, well, I go and I get my little money from Social Security, and I pick up my rent statement. I put it in, and on the 19th is when it's submitted. Who's in charge? Who's taking care of that? I don't know what to call them. Is they accountant, balance and books? I don't know who it is. But I got a name, but I'm not gonna say a name. I'm tired. As of January the 1st, I get my rent statement. Y'all can see it, because I ain't got no shade. I get my rent statement and they say something forwarding. You want to pass it to whomever's need to? I got it.
Thank you.
Forwarding. $70. That $70 stops me from toilet paper, paper towels, soap, deodorant, and every now and then, something from the buffet. Y'all just taking away from me, which is it added up to $245 from June to now. Where is my money going, and why is I'm always late? Why am I always getting a eviction notice from June until now? As of December, I got an eviction notice talking about I had to be evicted on January the 10th because I ain't paid my rent. If y'all look here, rent statements. I get my money on the 3rd. Sometimes we get our little money on the 29th, depending on what day it is, right? So as soon as I get my change, I go and I get my money order. So then I go, come home, I fill it out. I put it in the mailbox. So why is it saying they didn't receive my money until the 19th? Who's not in Trenton Housing Authority doing their job? Because that's what it boils down to. Somebody in Trenton Housing Authority since June has not done their job. And it's not only falling on me, but as of January the 2nd, Friday, you guys open back up. It was 20 people at the management office at 9 o'clock talking about late rent. Now we all know, sometimes, excuse me, I'm gonna have to cuss. Sometimes shit happens. You can't pay, okay? But it ain't no 20 people in line at the same time that couldn't pay their rent. So I'm here today because I want my $245. Miscellaneous cash, petty cash. Okay, where you get it from? I want my money because I'm not late. And if y'all see the dates, and I circle the month, I've been paying on time. Every month since June. Now they say Jelani left and it's somebody else that took over. I don't know who it is. And neither do I care. Because for real, I need a place to stay. It ain't about who's in charge. It's about me being able to pay the little bit of rent that I pay, okay? With the little bit of money that I get. Because again, I've been here 23 years. I paid ceiling rent and I paid $50, okay? I raised 2 kids who's doing really well in right now. I've seen dead bodies without sheets around here. I mean, I don't know how long y'all been here, but I've been here. I've seen dead bodies where the EMTs wouldn't put the sheets over the dead bodies. And I was able to raise 2 fabulous kids. Because my standard is, do it right the first time, and you don't have to do it again.
Mrs. Holman, I'm gonna have Mr. Tibbs have a conversation with you.
Who is Mr. Tibbs?
Right behind you.
We'll connect after this. We'll walk.
Absolutely. No, pull my ledger.
Absolutely.
Yeah, pull my ledger and see why my rent is late when I pay my rent on time. So it's a problem.
I understand.
Okay.
So he will have a conversation with you, so you can.
See, but I don't want no conversation. I want my money back. I don't need to talk. I need my money back, and I need my rent to be conducive to what it is that I have to pay. Yes, don't get me wrong. Again, I paid ceiling since I've been here, and I paid $50. Okay? Now I'm on a fixed income, and y'all taking what little I got. I don't got much. They don't give me much. So that $35 is taken away from my toilet paper, my paper towels, my toothpaste, my soap, and my deodorant.
Okay. He'll have a conversation with you and then.
We'll get it
we can
resolved,
figure it
no
out.
problem.
We'll get it
We'll
resolved?
get it resolved.
I want my money, man.
We'll talk.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll talk. Ms. Boyd? Boyd? Okay. Yeah, sure, you can talk. The last person, I'm not sure the handwriting. Hickman?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How everybody doing today?
How are you today, ma'am?
How everybody doing, everybody?
How you doing?
I'm at 167 Roselle Avenue. I'm having the same problem Ms. Holmes having. Every month, we got a late fee on our rent. Every single month. They keep saying it's a computer issue. Now, that may be possible. So that means you need to update your computer, your software on your computer. So we have this problem every single month. Then we get letters, like she said, that we being terminated for due to rent. A lot of us out here trying to get our credit right. I have a good credit score, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of us out here trying to do that. So we need y'all to help us. But it's quick for y'all to throw a eviction notice on our door, have us going to court. That goes on our credit. And so we coming to y'all as tenants to asking y'all to help us with this situation. This ain't happened. This started happening when Jelani left. This when it started happening.
Okay.
This started happening when he left. We didn't have this problem when he was here. But I don't know who doing what, but I got a funny feeling it got something to do with y'all software. Because every month we are late, and that's not fair to us. Y'all have good tenants out here that somebody is not up on top of this. Because this don't look right to us as tenants. We don't always want to live in Trenton Housing Authority. I want to go to the township. They're gonna do a background check and a credit check on us. And as y'all, the people fighting for us, y'all supposed to help us now. Because somebody need to do something.
Thank you so much.
Let's go to the mayor's office.
Mr. Tibbs, make sure you please speak with them.
Mr. Man, when he talk to me, let's talk to you too.
I do want to say one thing, and Rich, please correct me if I'm right. Yes, everybody gets a rent statement, correct? 2, the rent is due by the 5th of the month, correct?
That is correct.
3, by the time you get a money order and you mail it, it all depends on when you mail it, it has to go all the way to Newark, correct?
That is correct.
So, is it possible
After the 11th of the month. So if we receive it, if you mail it off on the 8th and we don't get it until the 12th, you do receive a late notice. However, we have instructed our managers to work with our tenants and reverse late fees as long as we can see that you have executed an actual payment. And we can test and we can see that payment is done. And we do remove those late fees. We have no issues with removing late fees. Again, as long as we can provide valid assurance that the payment has been made. And again, it's the timing issue of payments going out the door and us being receiving those. Our systems don't necessarily talk to each other, so it's still a manual process of when they receive it and process it and scan it into the system, then we log it and then it gets processed on our side here. But again, we are aware of that disconnect, and we have been working with residents to kind of go through it and reverse those late fees on an as needed basis.
Okay.
So it is something that we can rectify.
Excuse me, I just wanted to make sure that I was correct with between the mailing process.
You are, darling.
Okay.
But here we go.
One moment, ma'am. You had your time to speak. So, that's all.
Mhm.
Okay.
Absolutely. So I'll meet with everyone and clarify and address their issues.
But can I say something, please, about the post office?
But ma'am, we have no control
Okay.
over the post office.
Right,
So
correct. I got that. I got
We
that
have
part.
nothing to do with that.
I got that part.
Excuse me, I have a question.
No. Who's next on the list to speak?
That's it.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question to what was said.
Do you want to speak?
My name's Virginia Marshall, Darling Resident Council. Mr. Tibbs, this is the question I wanted to ask because we did address it to Mr. Godfrey before, and we was all supposed to meet about this with residents. Being that the government changed the Social Security, and this is where some of the residents is having issues with the Social Security change with the government, which is no control over the residents. How does that fit in with Housing Authority regulating? Because some people are receiving late payments of the $35.
Yeah, if they have a change on when they're receiving their benefits, then we can talk about that. But again, that doesn't change the system.
Correct. Save
Process.
your money and pay your rent.
Because if you are receiving it later, then we can't change the system for everybody in a sense. It's still after the 11th of the month. Again, the 11th of the month is the line we draw in the sand. That if we receive payments after that, then fees are incurred. But again, we will rectify that as long as we can see that payments have been rendered prior to that date.
Because I was told by some of the residents in the household where they have two seniors, some people might get theirs on the 15th, so it goes after the 11th. And then some. Hold on, Ms. Tawanda, please.
Okay.
Because I need to get this for the residents when I have the tenant meeting.
All right.
Thank you. So on the 15th, some people may get theirs on the 15th, which is already after the date that you grace the seniors. And then some people might get it on the 29th or the 26th, depending on. Regardless, it's still going to be late. So are you adjusting the late fees for the tenants, or they still have to pay the late fee?
Well, I will say it's something.
Excuse me, let me say this. So technically, that is something that a tenant needs to come to the office and speak to you about. Only because they would need to bring you their documentation
Absolutely.
of when they get their payment. Okay. Anything else you have, Ms. Marshall?
No, I just wanted to get clarity for the
Okay,
residents.
thank you so much.
If nobody else got to speak, can I say something, please? With this, January statement.
Ma'am, Mr. Tibbs is gonna have a conversation with you and he's going to help you out with your issues that you have.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Weldon?
That is correct.
Darling, yes, you spoke about the post office, correct? That's the only reason why I need to speak. I have been putting my mail in the walk-up box. And I spoke to Mr. Redkey about that. So, we canceled the post office because it takes 2 days for mail to get to Boston. It takes 1 day for mail to get from my house to my house, because I did that. Okay? It takes probably 2 days for it to get to Newark. Okay? And that 2 days, from the 1st to the 11th, as he said, for seniors, who I am. If I mail my money, my rent, on the 1st, I should not be receiving no late fee by the 11th. Because you guys should have my money no later than the 6th. So the post office, we can't even use that, because it only takes 2 days for mail to get from my house to Boston. It only takes 1 day for my mail to get from my house to my house, because that's what I did. Just to make sure that I was when I came up in here.
Okay, well, you'll have a conversation with Mr. Tibbs and he'll run all of that down for you.
Okay.
Okay. At this time, we have commissioner comments. Commissioner Staley.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a couple of things. First, I would like to say that after reading the resident services, I just wanted to say that there was great programming done in December. And I want to thank all of the staff who was a part of it in the successful implementation of the resident parties, the giveaways, food and toys, and also for the youth activities that were held in partnership with our community agencies. I thought it was fabulous. This whole back section is just wonderful to see. What I will ask again is that as these programs are developed, that copies of these flyers be sent to us electronically, so that if our schedules permit, we can attend. Okay? So there's a lot of things I would have loved to have gone to, but I'm only, sometimes I catch something, but otherwise I don't know until after it's done, and I like to be hands-on. I was hoping to hear something about the fire drill schedule, because that is on the top of my priority list. And so I'm hoping maybe I'll hear something about it next month, where you're at with scheduling those fire drills or something close to it.
Yeah, the fire director just reached out this week about scheduling, so they're working on that now.
Excellent, I'm glad to hear that. The other thing I wanted to update on was the leadership training for resident councils. Now, every time I go somewhere, I'm always sending back information to the administration about opportunities for leadership training. I think the resident councils, I think it's wonderful they're in place, and I can see a lot of potential for all of them. They just need to get some structured training so they know how to effectively advocate for themselves. And so I'm hoping that will happen soon, so that this year is a real good year, not only for the commissioners to gain more information, but also for the residents to gain more training and information so that they can navigate the system a little bit better. And there's plenty of programs that you guys can do. It doesn't have to be in person. A lot of it is, in-person things, webinars and things of that nature. And I really hope that comes into play soon for you. Okay. Wasn't going to speak on it, but I will speak on it. This isn't the first time you've heard about these late payments. Today hit home really good because there were some really good examples. One was from Ms. Holman, when she talks about when those added expenses are, thrust on her fixed income. Now she has to make choices between, paying this bogus charge and having the necessities she needs for life. And I feel that 100%, and I'm hoping that gets resolved quickly. Now, I know there's talk that everyone's going to meet with Mr. Tibbs on this. I don't know what his day is like, but it almost sounds like he needs a special meeting. He needs to look over everyone who's had these charges, and he needs to meet with all of them at one time. Because there's no way he can meet with everybody at one time. I'm thinking he can have a group thing, and folks who can take it back to their groups like Ms. Marshall does, so people know what to do. I was really touched by, you didn't give your name.
Oh, Valerie.
Miss Valerie, when she talked about the credit piece, having a negative score. That's big. When you're trying to rebuild your credit and, and you're doing the right thing, and then you get these kind of charges or eviction notices, yeah, that's the problem. And it, you know, the quicker they go on, it is not that quick to get them on. And so you don't wanna, you know, I just don't wanna see, residents penalized like that. I don't know if it's software, timing, whatever it is, that has to get fixed. That's, you know, we're not here to, put another burden on residents, especially when they're trying to do the right thing. So, yeah, so I really hope that next month, you can tell me that, so, that this thing was resolved. Okay?
If you don't see me, it will be.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Mr.
Commissioner Walker.
Hi, so the last meeting we had, I had to leave early, the last meeting of the year. So I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody, and I want to congratulate our new chair and our vice chair on your election. And I actually went through these operations very thoroughly. Last year, Clifford, it was a struggle getting to where we are right now. And I just want to congratulate you and operations, the directors, and everybody here who got through last year because it was rough. Okay, we had a lot of vacancies, we had turnovers, we had people not paying rents, we had just so many things that we have to come on board in order to become a successful authority. I looked forward. I looked at the operations looking forward. This year, we're still gonna have a struggle. And everybody needs to know that. The tenants need to know that. The administration is working tirelessly to do what is required. But we have vacancies again. We have people who aren't paying rents. We have people who may be evicted, along with this new thing with the government. So we're really facing some struggles ahead, but I do believe that we have the people in place to get us through those struggles. And if not, I think that we'll have HUD that hopefully will have to work with us now, because the government is coming into play too to make situations worse. But again, I just want to say I appreciate Clifford as our new executive director. I think you're on the right path. I thank you, and I would say to the residents, we really need you all to work with us as well, to help each other. Like these units, I mean, we need to bring people up and keeping their own units the way they should be. You know, I worked here, and years ago, we could turn a unit around in 30 days. But now when people leave, those units that we have to turn around, it takes a whole lot more than 30 days. You have to rebuild some of them. So just want you to have in your minds that we all work together. It's not easy what these executive directors do in these housing authorities with these old units. So I just want you to understand that we have to work together. And those areas where you may see that we're deficient, we're doing our best. So I just want to thank you, and that's it.
Commissioner Lopez.
Yes, thank you, Commissioner Walker, and congratulations. No further comments.
Commissioner Green.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's been cold outside. I don't like this season too much. I just want to say, Housing Authority, I like that we're keeping our sustainability. It seems like we are on a good path. And I also want just to say to the board, to the staff, and to the community, like, we're all on the same team. Like, I'm 34, and I'm just big on our community being on, like, one band, one sound. So I think it's important for us to just remember we all on the same team. Like, we're not enemies when we come in this room. And just to try to come into this room with an open heart and an open mind, and like the mindset of moving positive and getting things resolved, and not just worrying about, like, of course we gotta worry about our negative, but also having like an attitude where where's the solution. Like, I'm that type of person. You come to me with a problem, I wanna know what's gonna be the solution. Because if we keep talking about problems, we're not gonna get nowhere. So just having that attitude when we come here with all of our concerns, but also having like a positive mind, and just remember nobody's bigger than God, nobody's the big boss. So don't have that attitude when you come in this room like, I can't get my point across because nobody's not gonna hear me. We hear you. I listen to everybody's comments and I respect everybody's comments and concerns because this is where you live at. But my biggest issue is we do get a lot of complaints, Rich, about that late fee. So I do understand like the mailing system, but also, so when they're getting, this is a question, when they're getting like an eviction, is it going in the actual system to the courts where it's gonna affect the credit?
So unfortunately, given the moratorium and the way HUD has now mandated the late letters to be the communication that goes out, anytime you notify someone of them being late or a possible termination of their rent or their lease, the language in the late letter changed. It's mandated by HUD that they are now could be losing their lease when you get the late notice. In the past, our late notice was very vanilla in the sense of just notifying individuals that they have been late. But now there is a mention of a termination of lease in the late notice, which has sparked individuals' apprehension about losing their homes and things along those lines, which actually has done what it was meant to do and piqued in people's interest to come and actually make payments. So that has incentivized them to come in turn and make those payments due to the inflammatory language in the letter. So that is why you feel, and I do understand, and I understand why people understand they are feeling a certain way about those notices and receiving that information. But it is, again, just an issue of when we are actually receiving the rents and things along those lines and processing those payments. So, and we are doing our best on that. We are looking at how we can take better action on that. But I can assure you that if anyone does provide proof that a payment was made during that time period, we will reverse those late fees, and we're not charging people those late fees apprehensively. We are actually making sure that those late fees are then being reversed back because you have provided proof that a payment was actually made in between that. So I can assure you that that is taking place. But again, we do understand that, we respect for that, and I will talk to the individuals today and work through their issues. But that is something that we have, and myself as well as operations are aware of what's happening, and we have been given our managers the ability to reverse those late fees and things along those lines. Again, as long as valid proof is provided.
Okay. And one more question, do we have a case manager here at Housing Authority? Just curious. I'm only asking because there's a lot of state programs that can help with rental assistance, and they can pay like that difference. But we gotta be real about our community. So that might be something that Cliff, we need to think about, some type of case management, because there's residents they're going through some real stuff.
Absolutely, we partner with Homefront and other agencies
another organization
that
other than Homefront
do help present some of those challenges or try to help close some of those gaps as well. So we do offer that and try to put that in our newsletter.
Because there's a maternal program that's not being advertised in New Jersey, and if a woman is pregnant or have a child between 1, 2, or 3, she can get up to 30% of her rent paid for 7 years. So that's important. What I'm saying is so we can start getting programs so we can prevent homelessness. That's all I got to say.
Amen.
Can I say something? Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, a lot.
At this time, we will go into executive session.
Is there anything we're gonna be doing after executive session that requires board action, you think?
No, we will
If
not
not,
be
we can
coming back.
adjourn the meeting to go to executive session, so you just need a motion to adjourn and we can go to executive session.
I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I need a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We're gonna go into the room.
Yes.
Any other?
Virginia, thank you. All right?
And thank you for the trap and rental assistance program.
I was going to bring it to
Women is pregnant, and if she's not pregnant or her child has been over 3, they will pay us 30%.